No.
I bet you motherfuckers wish that we just go away. Fuck it like a middle finger right up in your face. Never with that weak shit for radio plays. We the misfits got into it all way. No, I ain't here to make friends or replacements for the fake friends in my basement. Kick rocks.
Yo, we are live with Stocks Boogie. John will be here soon. But in the meantime, we're just going to kick it here and just fucking, discuss shit like we usually do.
Fucking talking.
Fucking talking.
How you guys doing out there? I'm here.
Right. We're here. You guys in the chat, in the comments, fucking, you guys got a question, put it in the fucking chat. We'll bring it up at the bottom. We can both see them. So let us know, man. Let us know if you. Stocks Boogie is here to talk about it.
I'm motherfucking here. I'm here, dog. I'm fucking here.
So let's hear it. Like, how did it go down with Day Zero? How did you get invited to come to Day Zero, or did you seek it out?
No, I mean, as everybody knows, I'm a mod for Forever Face Alley, and currently the Forever Face Alley president. So
the reigning champ of the presidents.
And I mean, I talked to everybody in the group chat and everything, and I told them I was trying to get on camp, and I didn't get a spot on actual camp, and I think that's what prompted Weasel to hit me up, and they were like, "Hey, would you like to play Day Zero?" And I was like, "Hell yeah! Why would I not? Because I'm already gonna be there, and I was coming anyway, so fuck it. I'm down to fucking kick it off."
That sounds disgusting.
He's on a roll tonight. We were in the fucking group chat. This motherfucker laying it into everybody. So, like,
you invited me, bitch.
What up, Donald Brown? Thanks for stepping into the fucking chat with us. Zoobotomy chat.
Autograph boobs.
Fuck yeah, dude. I cannot wait to see the sign work that guy's putting together for camp in person. That guy is so good. We are so proud to have had him on for an episode to talk about that shit, man, because he's got a lot of
his first.
Yeah, he's got a lot of history in the underground, and it won't be his last. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more coming his way.
No, he was a straight. I hope I'm at liberty to say it, but he was like, you know what? You offered me a spot, and I said no. And then someone else offered him a spot, and he was like, I'll honor your request because I'm a man. But it's pretty neat. So, Stocks Boogie, how did you come up with the name Stocks Boogie?
That's a good question. I like it.
I've been fucking writing rhymes since I was like, I don't know, 13, 14 years old. And I was like an old school juggalo. And me and my buddy were like, yo, we're going to come up with a rap group and we're going to fucking take off. And one day we're going to sign to Psychopathic Records and blah, 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 blah. And like, when I was a kid, my fucking like idol, I guess you could say, was fucking Violent J. And one of my favorite tracks that they did back in the day off of Beverly Kills was The Stalker. And that's when my buddy started calling me. He's like, yo, we're going to call you The Stalker. And I was like, all right. And then as we got older, we're smoking cigarettes and getting a little fat and stuff. They were like, yo, we're just going to cut it down to Stalks. And I was like, all right, we can fucking do that. And then actually when Mirror Mirror came out, It came out on my birthday, actually, in 2002. So the opening line when fucking for left field when Monoxide was fucking doing his little rant or whatever, he said, what did he say? Like Monox Boogie, something like that. And then like I was like, Stalks
Yep,
Boogie.
that's what I
And
thought
I was
of.
like,
That's what I thought
yo,
of.
that's it. From now on, I'm fucking Stalks Boogie. And fucking it's been that ever since. So I never really wanted to like switch my name up or like try to redefine myself because I was like, yo, that's just me. I've had people fucking like over the years come at me like, yeah, you can't have your name Stalks because I was Stalks first. I'm like, yeah, well, who the fuck are you? So
That is dope, though. That is dope. My name is Hostile. It was Hostile before Fake Leagues. I went to the gathering. The guy was like, "My name's Hostile." I was like, "Oh yeah, how you spell it?" He's like, HOSTYLE. I was like, "Oh, well, that's just hostile." Was he going to fight about it?
I was about to say that's probably what it was, huh?
Still the reigning champ. But that's just like you said, like Stalks Boogie. I used to be the juggler, and then it went from the juggler to Hostile Juggalo. And I was like, all right, it was like evolved.
Didn't you combine fucking Hostile by Pantera and Juggalo?
Yes.
I figured.
That's interesting.
That's one of my favorite Pantera songs as well. That and Primal Concrete Sledge and Domination.
Very nice.
Walk. You can't forget Walk. That's like
yeah, but Walk is like their fucking like Metallica's fucking not their one, but you know like close
Enter
to
Sandman.
Or
yeah, like Sandman.
The Dating Game from ICP.
Right, like everybody's got that song. It's really played out by somebody. But yeah, hey, we love you too, man. We can't wait till you get the situation figured out, and we got plenty of patience for you. We always got time for you. The neck piss up. You guys are stuck with us for life, so don't
He's
even
talking to our brother Zoobotomy here, not Stalks Boogie. But yes, we do got time for Stalks Boogie all the time. So have you always hailed from New York?
Yeah. Born and raised in New York.
Robin's home from work. That's what the hiatus was.
I want to say real quick, Robin, thank you for setting this up. Real quick, I just want to say that.
Thanks for setting this up.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Because it was Robin that set this whole interview up with us. She's like, no, fuck that. I don't care what you got going on. You're having Steve Miller on. Stalks Boogie's going to be.
It only makes sense.
I really did tell him that. I was like, what do you got going on for the 18th? He was like, I think he was supposed to have the Michigan Misfits on. I was like, okay, well, no offense to them, but like we've had them on and they can come on like whenever. I was like, we're having him before camp. He's like, okay.
Nice. Hi, Kitty.
I'm very looking to new people.
Hello.
Got dirty
new people we're all about here. We've tried to strive this season to try and get some new guests on, and I really want to say we are proud to have had a couple of the fucking guys from Clockwork E. They're going to be playing the main stage of the fucking gathering this year, which is fucking epic for them. Good for them.
Well, and look at this. We can get Stalks Boogie 6 more people in the crowd at Camp Zoo.
Right. That's what's important.
I want half the door, okay?
Roping them in.
Like the 7 people.
Have you always
lived in
New York?
Yes, I've always lived in New York. Always in the Albany area too. I grew up in small city, Cohoes, and then I went to prison for a couple years. Came back.
Are you at liberty to talk about your prison stint?
Yeah, sure. We want to know.
How many people were? Where are they at? I'm like, well, I gotta. Was it some dumb? Like my brother went to prison. That shit sucked ass, but he went for someone acid.
I went because I set my high school on fire.
Sweet. Hey, at least you didn't hurt the people in it. You were like, fuck that building. I ain't going.
Well, it was dumb because it was after I graduated and I I was just drunk. It was on New Year's Eve. I don't even know how we ended up there, but we did. And
Well, at least it wasn't just you; it was we.
yeah, I mean, they told on me. That's how I got caught. So
fucking
but,
snitching.
Yeah. How many?
It could be worse. Could be worse.
My favorite jersey is my Super Famous Fun Time Guys jersey, and there are 6 jizz stains on that motherfucker.
I don't jizz on my jersey though.
I also have a Fun Time Guys jersey that Jacob sent me, and it has paint from the was it
Paint.
Yeah, he was like, it might be jizz, something, but I tasted it. It's not. It's not.
It's from when he painted the van.
Oh.
Nope.
It's
Hi,
not
guys.
paint, I meant. But yeah, I'm sorry you grew up in New York too. New York sucks, dude.
It really does. Especially like now when it comes to fucking music and shit like that. I had like before like COVID and all the shutdowns and shit, I was getting pretty decent fucking I had a steady venue that I was doing shows at. And then once that shit shut everything down, the fucking venue that I was going to shut down. And then, you know, fucking, obviously, you know, with fucking Governor Cuomo and shit, fucking dicking around with the fucking everything. Took a while for everything to open back up. And, like, when it did, I feel like it just, it really just fucking slowed everything down and made it harder to do. So, but now, shit's fucking picking up. What's that?
Right. I said it's completely understandable because the slow grind of things coming back to being open. I mean, I remember right after COVID started to let up a little bit, we went to Fright Fest in Detroit, and you had to bring proof that you were either vaccinated or were not positive with the virus to even get into the venue.
See, that's fucking weird and stupid because I went to Astro in fucking, what was it, Astro 3 or Astro 4, whichever one was in August.
It was in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Yeah. And, like, everybody was all like, oh, well, make sure you bring your vaccination card and all this other shit. Like, I was even dumb enough to go out and fucking let them stick that shit in my fucking arm and got the fucking card. And nobody, anywhere, anytime I ever went anywhere, did they ask me, hey, did you get vaccinated? Like,
right.
Fuck that. Bro. I was at a place where this lady walked in and they gave her a shot. And 15 seconds later, she was on the ground. They were calling an ambulance, put her on a gurney, out the door. Everyone was like, oh my God. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, instant. It was like instant. And they were like, it's because she had that. Like, nah, it's because you stuck that needle in her fucking arm. How can you say otherwise?
Yeah.
You don't go from every day's okay, and then a needle in your arm, you're on the ground 15 seconds later. You can't say it's because how she was. No bullshit. Bullshit. You stuck a needle in her arm, she fell over. That's fucking facts. I seen it. That shit was so fucking nuts. Then they're like, well, it just happened to some people. You're next. Something. Nope. I'm out of here. I am not doing that shit.
Yeah, I was in the parking lot. I almost fucking turned around. I was like, yo, fuck this. I'm not doing it. But my dad asked me to. My fiance's mom asked me to. And it was just because of her grandparents and all this other shit. And I was like, fine. But I really didn't want to. Really didn't want to.
I want to say thank you to everybody that's tuned in. I mean, we got some people that watch every week, and those people shock me every week that they want to come in here and spend time watching me and Fake Legs fuck around and pretend to be something we're not. But by God, we've carved our own path in this underground, and people like it. So by God, if there's only 2 or 3 of you fuckers out there that fuck with us and like it, we're always going to keep it going. And shout out to everybody that's in the chat and sticking around with us. Stalks Boogie, how long have you been doing what you've been doing?
Living?
Well, I've been living for about 38 years.
Well, I know, but I'm talking about in the music, about how your gimmick started. But how long have you been doing what you've been doing, and how many people? Like, what's some cool people you've collaborated with over the years?
Well, unofficially, I've been doing it for like 20 years, but officially, only about 8. Yeah, because like I said, I started writing rhymes and shit when I was like 14. I had a group with my buddy. We released like a couple of tapes and shit that were fucking terrible and overjack beats and whack beats. We used to make beats on fucking MTV Music Generator. I don't know if anybody out there knows about that.
I do.
He does.
And then and then me and him, we kind of like had our little falling out and shit. And then like my mom passed away in like 2002, and like after that happened, we kind of got back together, and he was already in the middle of working on like a solo project, so he was wrapping that up, and like I did a couple of guest spots on it doing hooks and shit. And so we released that came out in like 2003. It was pretty fresh because we actually had like a little signing and shit at this little hangout spot in our city and shit. And then the summer of 2003, we were working on like our first official album together. Our name was Morbid, and we got I can't remember how many, but we got like at least 8 tracks in. And then I can't really say what happened. We just kind of like stopped linking up and shit. And fucking, I mean, I was already like kind of on my own destructive path and shit, you know, with my mom dying and everything. So, and then I went to fucking prison. Obviously, went to prison, did a couple of years, and then I came out, and we probably linked up again another 2 years after that, and we started working on another group project, and we went by the name Life's Dark Side, and that shit was actually fucking dope. And then some
Can you
bullshit
still
happened.
find it?
Yeah, I still got everything. We had a falling out around that time. It was actually my fault. That I'd rather not get into because, you know, whatever. But then I spent a couple of years being a fucking reckless drug addict and alcoholic. And then 2014, I got clean, and I linked up with my other buddy, and we formed a group together. We started ITB, It That Betrays. And we released our first EP in 2015, and like right around the same time we did our first show in Buffalo, and then from there it just kind of like took off on its own. And I mean, we got a little bit of a buzz over the last couple of years. As far as collabs go, we did a few collabs with some people from like Pleasantly Offensive Productions, if anybody's familiar with them. Like King Irish.
Shout out to Sarah Studdard.
Yeah. Like King Irish. We did something with Nemesis Poe. Whoa.
I heard some bad things about Nemesis Poe, so
yeah. That's why he's not
I seen paperwork on that guy.
Well, that was also before I even like knew any of that shit, because I didn't know anybody personally like that around.
Secondly, Grant tried to support Nemesis Poe, and then like I don't know. But anyways, fuck that guy.
And then what's it called? I did get like a beat one time from Court Jester, so we had like a good relationship with them. And then trying to think of like who else. Mumra from fucking He was one of like the original founding members of Mission Effect back in the day.
Hell
We
yeah.
did a little bit of shit with him and stuff.
He
What's that?
did an episode with Undergroundaholics in the past, and I need to reach out to that guy and have him on with us one day. But the thing is with us, I worry about having serious artists on that do a serious thing, because the thing about us is, you know, we goof around a lot and we don't want to rub anybody the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Nah, he's good people. He's actually like what gave me the drive that I had, because like even when me and fucking Ricky were doing ITB in the early days, like I was just like, yeah, whatever. And then like one day he just fucking told me, he was like, it doesn't matter if you're fucking down here, like keep acting like you're up here, and like no matter what, it'll just fucking happen for you anyway. So like I kind of like just took that advice and I just kind of like went with it. And
If you
fucking,
build it, they will come, right?
yeah, pretty much. And then I'm trying to think what else.
Let's address the elephant in the room. What about the Whipstick you and Chelsea song? That's dope.
Yeah. I mean, as everybody knows, maybe I've done a track with Super Famous Fun Time Guys before. Eat the Rich. That shit was fucking dope. Originally, I just reached out to Whipstick because I know he was like in a pinch or something at the time, and I was like, "Hey, man, you want to do a verse?" And he was like, "Yeah, all right." And I sent it to him. He fucking wrote his verse, and then I think like maybe like a week or maybe a couple of days later, he was like, "Yo, do you have a hook for that track yet?" Because I didn't have one, and I was like, "I've been kind of working on something, but I don't know if I like it yet." And I was like, "Why? What's up?" He was like, "Here," and he fucking sent it to me, and it was 8 legs on the hook, and I was like, "Oh, all right." Fucking that sounds dope. I'm with it. And so fast forward a couple years later, I had that beat, and originally I was gonna have my partner on it, and Whip was like, "Hey man," or he was like, he posted something about, you know, do a verse or whatever, because you know he only posts them every once in a while. You know, he doesn't just take verses for whatever. And I hit him up. He was like, "Yeah, here you go." And fucking, I wanted a little bit of contrast on the hook, so I was like, "Hey Chelsea, you're gonna do this hook for me." She was like, "Okay."
So I've seen she was on a few other songs. Is that the first time, or how many songs have you guys done together? Matter of fact, where is she? Why is she not on there?
I don't know. She's probably out and she's working on wedding stuff right now. But
I'm so excited for that. Just saying. I already told him.
I'm just gonna sit in the
dragging
crowd
him.
with my mask on.
I already told him I'm dragging him. He has no choice. Like it's not like we are going. Okay, how about that?
What's the dress code?
Right now.
You gotta wear silk
Days
boxers.
Silk
only on
and
your head.
cashmere only, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Chelsea.
Yeah. Nipple tassels. Nipple tassels.
You're right. You don't like
And
stuff.
Alligator Gucci sneakers.
So you mean to tell me?
no alligators Gucci flip flops?
Yes.
So you're telling me that I have to return his bling out nipple covers and replace them with tassels now?
And all the guys have to have French tip toenails.
We're gonna get French tip caps for our teeth.
Yes.
Vibrating too.
Everyone has.
We just ruined our wedding.
I know.
I love you, Chelsea.
She's not. She's at work. We're working on the wedding.
She's working on the wedding.
I'm sure she's watching and she's upset.
I got a trunk full of shit too and a bunch of totes.
You're gonna talk shit about a bunch of toads?
Totes.
Toads.
totes of
Licking
wedding shit
toads.
in my van.
She's got a bunch of toads for licking in her van.
No, I said totes of wedding shit.
Oh,
Man,
Totes of wedding shit.
I need a
Licking
storage unit
toads
for it.
with webbed feet.
That's like a wedding party. Everyone poop in this tote, and I'm going to keep it.
Plastic bottom boat rides or whatever it's called.
no, it's called a glass
Classified
bottom
boat
boat.
ride?
Plastic containers.
It's a plastic container. Okay, well, do you guys know what a glass
Plastic
bottom?
container full of poop?
Glass
Do
bottom
you
boat
guys
ride.
the glass bottom boat ride? Do you know what that is?
This
Yeah, I
episode
saw
we
that
did.
movie Piranha.
It's
You
when
saw
you
Fun eat what?
I love pierogies.
it's when you have a chick shit on a glass table while you're underneath it.
That's fucking hot.
That should just be like it should be like the shit shield or something.
Glass bottom boat ride. That's what it's called.
Well, sounds scary.
That's
Sounds
after
scary.
that's out of a night of doing a fishbowl. All the alcohol, you know, in a great big thing.
Ew.
Oh, we should put camp. We should put alcohol in a big old cooler and
Are you
fresh.
talking about David Hasselhoff? What did you say?
David Hasselhoff.
You ain't come out of
David
this.
fucking Germany.
You
I'm
don't
saying we gotta get a
Hasselhoff.
big ass cooler.
Don't
put alcohol
Hasselhoff.
in it, and fresh fruit in that bitch. Watermelon, cantaloupe, grapes, all that stuff in a big ass cooler with alcohol in it at camp.
Applesauce.
Oh, it's like a kind of like a hooch punch type thing.
Yeah, and a big old cooler full of fresh fruit, chopped up fruit and shit, and just sit there and eat it all day.
It's Mother Teresa wants to get
When my parents got married, they went and bought like a brand new, like, the big, huge garbage, cans.
Uh-huh.
They bought a brand new one. They washed it all out. Then they went and put a big, huge garbage bag in it, and it was like a bring your own bottle, like reception, and everybody brought a bottle of liquor, and they just dumped it into like a big trash can with ice and shit, and then everybody got smashed. And that was the day that my dad thought it was a good idea to go and like rinse the cooler out in the pond that we lived across the street from, and he fell in the pond on his wedding day.
It's gotta be memorable.
Yep.
You know
And now
what?
the one's on our third marriage, so that one doesn't even count.
Fuck what he thinks, man. I'm doing it.
Doing what? What are you doing?
I don't give a fuck. You don't watch my show. You don't watch our show.
Oh, hell no.
You don't watch our show, so I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it.
It's on now.
Oh, hey.
I've been garage sailing. It was fun. I went on scratch
Hey.
off.
You don't watch our show. I dare him. I dare you, Whipstick, to get mad at me for wearing this mask because you don't watch our show, sir.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, that you got that at camp too.
Yeah.
No,
Do you know who this man right here gifted it to me? Because he knows that, like, I'm the creature's biggest fan next to his future wife.
That mask is dope. You know, it's I think it's what, UV reflective maybe? Hold that shit under a black light, it'll fucking glow.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know I have 2 other, like, legit creature masks?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Here, let me get them real quick and show them to you.
They double as a coconut bra for your boobs. You just put it right here and just walk around with it.
So, here's this one, and this one's actually a Universal Studios monster mask.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Hold on. He's been off of his thing for, so like he's a little, but like,
Nice.
you see, backwards. There we go. But the next one's even cooler. So this one here, it says Creature from the Black Lagoon, and this says Universal Pictures. This one's made by Trick or Treat Studios.
Oh, no shit.
I like Sam.
You see that? Look at
Oh.
Velcro.
Oh, very nice. That's dope.
It's your mama.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to.
Damn,
So,
how many of those you got? I didn't realize you had several of
She's
them.
got like 5 now, 4 or
Yeah,
5.
I have 2, and then this one, the other one that Steve gave me is actually it's a Peb's Reptar variant fish face is what it's actually called. But ever since I first saw it, it reminded me of the creature, and I was like, I need to have that.
I still gotta have Sky's
And this
Galaxy.
man made it happen.
I almost forgot it that day too, and I was like, "Nah, man, I can't forget this for Robin." I would have.
Now,
Yep, I remember I gave you the biggest hug, and I even started to tear up.
yeah, she was very happy to have that. She was very emotional back at the camp holding.
Yep.
I was there.
Yes, ma'am.
That's cool. We all got that history, man. That's what camp's all about. We started something there. Like Bill said, a core nucleus was planted into that fucking them grounds, them hollow fucking grounds, and now we go back there to gather every fucking year to be with each other. And an isolated, very. I mean, this is like it's more intimate because we all know each other.
Now.
It's not like you don't know the fuckers over there and they could be all fucked up and rob you. It ain't nothing like that. Yeah. It's fucking great.
Yeah, we were all there for the Great Freeze, right?
Yeah.
See,
Year one.
And at the end of the day, nothing will ever top the first camp.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. So just to kind of give you a little bit more with music and everything, like I said, I was in a group, It That Betrays, and I could tell, like, especially by that first camp, that things were on the decline for me and my group. And there was actually something that stood out to me like a lot. I don't know if you guys were in there for Axe's their fucking what's it called? Their Q&A or whatever it was, their seminar. But Lee started talking about how when the three of them get together, they just they don't even have to think about what they're doing. They just sit down and they just start vibing off of each other. And the songs, the music, and everything else just kind of like forms, like without even any effort or anything. And like at that point with myself, that's how I started to feel with how my group was going. And like Lee just basically said, like, if you have to fucking force it, then it's probably just not something that you need to do. So
exactly.
I did like probably about another year and a half of that, and then finally I was just like, yeah, I can't do this anymore.
That's a good question. Do you have any other hobbies other than rap?
Probably.
He likes to read really old Goosebump books.
It's actually Friday the 13th.
Oh, Friday the 13th, my bad.
Well, I bet he'd like a good old Goosebump book, too.
He probably would.
Yeah, I probably would. I'd probably read them in a
R.L. Stein. Tell me you haven't watched Jeopardy, and when they put the fucking letters up, like R.L. Stein every time.
Yeah, every time. Actually, what is it? Wheel of Fortune. But yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Every single time. And another thing, I've been kind of like taking a little venture into a spiritual side, a little bit, I guess you could say that. But I've been really kind of exploring paganism and everything, like with Odin and fucking Thor and all the old gods, the Norse gods and shit like that. So I've really been kind of like getting into that shit.
So don't you have Viking heritage or something like that when you went and I saw the picture of your altar that you had posted.
Yeah.
I'd like to believe I'm a Viking.
I'm about like 50% Norwegian. Like my mother was completely Norwegian. But unfortunately, at some point in history, fucking all the Vikings converted to Christianity. So a lot of paganism and everything was actually
Not
almost
all of
wiped
them.
away, except for in Iceland. Iceland was the last place to convert to Christianity. But what's his name? Fuck. Snorri Sturluson or something like that. He actually preserved what he could as far as the Poetic Edda goes, the Havamal, and all that other stuff. So he was able to save it. But as far as like a lot of like the practices and rituals and stuff, a lot of that stuff is actually like kind of lost. So anything that anybody does now is more or lessly they're kind of winging it a little bit, but at the same time, people are still trying to make it as a part of what paganism is and stuff. So, but I'm having fun exploring it.
And at the end of the day, you're at least finding out stuff about your roots that you never would have unless you went and ventured out that way.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know. There's just too much that I just can't like follow Christianity or anything like that. I look at Christianity as like a plague because all they do is just kind of go out and try to conquer, destroy, and
take your money.
Yeah, pretty much. Or make you work and make you slaves to pay them.
So I grew up in like a Christian, like a Baptist like style, when I was younger and whatnot. And even going through that, like my one grandfather was a pastor of a Baptist church. My other grandfather was a deacon to a Baptist church. But even still, like living and growing up in all that, no one thing is right. And that's my biggest thing with like Christianity is like they want to, it's like if you're not with me, then you're against me. And it's totally not how it is. When everything has like a big general basis where everything has like a main structure and foundation that everything branches from, there's like not a right and a wrong per se.
Yeah.
But the problem with Christian people is they look too much towards that Bible, that book, and they just want to pick and choose what parts they want to follow. And at the end of the day, they're always picking the wrong shit.
Yeah, and then they keep revising it to so that if anybody tries to refute it, it's, we're wrong if we pick it apart.
Appease the masses.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
And that's coming from somebody that was like, I literally was raised in that structure until, adulthood. But it's not right. Like, it's not right.
I got another side of the coin for you. I just recently started going back to church with Teresa because the two of us were looking for like, something that we could do together weekly that would like keep us close. And whether we go in person, we watch it online, we watch it and we pay attention to what's said. Now I've had some conflict with what's been said. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I get some of the stories have morals to them to try and make people think to be a better person. But when I hear
you said it best right there. There's stories.
Yes, but at the same time, I cannot comprehend in this day and age backing up fully with your whole heart something that puts women down so bad, or the handicapped, or gay people who obviously in this day and age we realize they
don't lobby for your kind here. This is not
touche.
It's a different podcast. I support you.
Like I'm saying, I fully believe that yes, there's a lot there that can be used for good, but at the same time, like she was saying, there's the two sides to everything, and there's always a fucking there's a good side and a bad side, and unfortunately, with organized religion, the bad side
Where's the good side of me being poor? Tell me that.
It builds character, man.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, my point is the dark side goes deeper than the surface shows. It's like an iceberg, man. There's so much, like you were talking about, Christianity. It like no wonder the Jews wanted to stop it and cut the head off the snake where it was, because they were worried that it would plague the fucking universe, right? Or the whole world or whatever. But it's like, did it even stop it? It didn't. It made it worse.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
according to the Bible.
Yeah, say some may say.
See, my biggest thing is the one thing that I
like,
the most is that judge not, lest ye be judged. And they're full of judging. That's the problem.
They're only talking about Jesus. Jesus couldn't do that.
I'm
So
gonna
he
say
died
right
for
now.
our sins.
I'm
so
gonna say
that
right now,
we
too, I hate
could
all
do that.
judges and Jesuses and Jesuses.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna say right now, man. The sun gives us warmth. The sun helps provide us food. Everything that is here because the sun
I
provides it.
never ate from the sun, other than maybe vegetables. So like, I fed myself at night, during the morning.
Well,
I think the Mayans had it right by worshiping the sun, man.
The Mayans had nothing right. They're not even around no more. They suck that bad. Go fuck yourselves, Mayans. Losers.
there is
It's
currently
because the Christians fucking killed them.
You had until 2012 to figure that shit out, and you fucked it up.
no, there is
It didn't
actually,
work.
there's actually currently a man and a woman that are on trial because they fed their newborn child nothing but
Mayans.
sunlight, and their baby died.
They fed them
It was like, nope, that was.
concentrators.
He gets everything he needs from the sun.
I'm gonna
Don't need
start
no
feeding
food.
bootleg just sun too. Is
I
it?
swear to God,
That's what you get.
it's horrible.
Don't they say that if you
No.
sun your butthole, you get happier too, or something like that?
But Robin,
Whoever looks at them, be happy with them.
Robin, that there's extremists in every fucking culture of every fucking side of religion. There's extremists that take things too far.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There should be a culture of giving me money. Someone should take that shit to the extreme.
Yeah, buddy.
We all.
We gotta go to
I
Joel
would
Osteen.
complain
That'll be our GoFundMe.
$1
That'll
trillion.
We're gonna go to Joel
That'll be our
Osteen,
GoFundMe.
mega
Take
church,
fake time to the
steal the
extreme.
collector plate. That's what we're gonna do.
Yep.
Everyone's sitting here like, what in the fuck is these guys talking about? Donald Brown's over there. He's like, he's like, anyway, we're looking for your other shoe, brother.
Oh my god. My bad. I didn't mean to take it on a religious toll there.
Well, hey, Robin went on the whole tangent. She
You
was
know
gonna-
what? We've never gone there on this show, but now you know. And me going to church is a shoot. I really
We go to church
I
and
really
hell
go to
the
church.
same platform, baby. What?
Good time.
You got a chance to repent. You don't gotta go for gusto.
No,
You can
I go
record
to church.
us.
The whole lot of cocaine I do throughout the week. I repent that shit on Sundays.
Once a week, got you. No coke.
I think you
on
huff
Sunday.
propane is
No
what it is.
cocaine on Sundays.
No
Only
cocaine on Sundays. Monday
God
through
provides
Saturday.
it. So.
I
And
mean,
he huffs propane every other day.
Oh, I
Which,
hope the fuck out of some propane.
unless you're a Protestant. A Protestant, you don't do cocaine on Saturdays.
That's right. Be an adult.
When I huff my ether, I use my lady's panties.
Nice.
Yeah.
Before or after you
He
work?
doesn't want to use
That's
his
what we
phone.
need at camp. That's what we need at camp. Let's all huff some ether and have a foot race.
There you go. I think somebody was talking about 3 legs.
Yeah, but I got fake legs. I can't race.
There's only like a couple of them are fake, though, right? Where do they come from? Do they come out of your bottom or do they come out of your back?
No. They're plastic, so and they're full of air. So whenever he goes down the river, he floats.
Right.
Oh,
Legs first.
very nice.
Chill.
You gotta float around in Lake Zool.
Like, I don't think there's a pond there. If there's a pool of water, I wouldn't get in it.
We can find one. We could definitely find one.
Hey, speaking of ponds, have you ever been to the Gathering?
I have not, unfortunately.
Have you ever heard of Hepatitis Lake?
I heard about it, and I own the Family Underground DVD, and I've seen people swimming around in it.
Well,
If
okay,
you
I've
look
never
at the
heard of
Family Underground
Hepatitis Lake.
DVD, for a very brief second, when Shaggy runs over that tent, you can see me. I'm in the back with my hands in my pocket like a loser. But I am in it. And I also, fun fact, I have the autographed tent that Shaggy ran over.
Very nice.
Pretty awesome. Well, this segment of it, because like everyone came by. So what? Have you ever heard about the infamous Shaggy 2 Dope ran over the tent with his golf cart? Nope, he was just like driving through campsites, just like fuck it. I'm driving through tents. I don't care if people are sleeping. Nothing. Just right through this guy's fucking tent, dude. Like could have killed him. So if you look on there, remember he like jumped this thing.
Yeah.
They're like, he's like, jump it. Like, okay. And the next thing you know, it cuts to this thing. And he's like, well, yeah, it's okay. Like, I was just doing this and that. But he had to pay the guy like $1,000 or some bullshit. Because he like crashed through his tent, hit this car, fucked up like the whole side panel. Dude, I swear to God, every gathering since then, I would park my car in front of my tent. Like, no one's driving through my shit. It makes you realize people are fucked up. They'll just drive over you while you're sleeping. Oh, it's my favorite rapper. Ran over my head.
Oh, fuck all that.
It was pretty wild.
I'll tell you about that at the fucking at Camp Zool. I mean, okay, I saw Whipstick riding around with eight legs in an ATV. I think was that what was going on? Was it a 4-seater or 2-seater?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't there. You said I was at first, so I was all excited.
Well, no, you were there. You were there. But I was talking about they were riding around that, and I did notice.
Oh yeah, they had that big bus thing. Yes.
They had something back behind the bar, an area, and you could see back behind this fence. You couldn't go back there. You could see that's where
you could if you were Neck Piss and I, and we carried Kate Manson on stage.
Right, and I got to be on stage with Dean, and when I was on stage with Dean earlier in that day, as the Pumpkin Monster for him, I got to go back in that dark room where they have the stuff for the bar back there, and then you go back behind that door, and there's the fucking alleyway behind there, and that's where the buses and shit were.
Oh, that way? Right over there.
Yeah, when you came off the stage, it was like, bam, you went out that way.
Right over there.
That's how it went, right? You went backstage. You seen it, right?
Weird. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I was back there.
Yeah, see, he knows. I went back there only for Dean's set because he said I could be part of the stage. Shit, so I did that.
I think Stalks Boogie was on stage for the final set, was he not?
Yes.
I actually got my throat cut. I was Lee Carver. I got to be Lee Carver for.
Do you still have the button up?
No, that was Weasel's.
Oh.
But he brought them all. I don't know if he brought all 3 of them or if he had 2 of them. I can't remember, but I know I got a picture somewhere.
I know I have a picture somewhere because I was fanboying out. Hell yeah!
A la fooling who?
Do you have your knife from it? When they cut your throat?
No, I didn't even think to. I didn't even think about that. But that shit was
So-
fucking dope. I don't know how that shit looked, but I hope that shit looked dope because, like,
There's Weasel Night.
I recorded it because I played the intro and the parish on my fucking Facebook, so I can go back and find it. But I was going to ask you a question because we usually used to ask this question for people that were coming to camp. How did you find out about like the AXE, and like how did they influence you in any way if they have?
Very cool.
The first time I ever heard of Axe was UPSable 2. And I don't remember anything about their set or anything because I got really fucking wasted. They like, man, I don't even know. They were serving drinks, and at some point it was dollar drinks, dollar well drinks. So I was ordering rum and cokes, and it was probably like this much coke and like that much rum, and they were $1. So at one point I had like 3 of them, and then I can't even remember who it was, but everybody else kept buying them, and they were like, "Oh, this is too strong. Here, take this." All right, and I kept drinking them.
It's like 2 shots with a chaser.
Like, yeah, I don't really remember much about it at all. The only thing that I really remember, well, no, I don't really remember that either because I actually drove back from the venue to the hotel. But luckily, it was just a straight shot. And I know, shouldn't be drinking and driving, but I did. And we got back to the hotel, and I think like we stayed at like a Super 8 or something like that. And fucking, I know like Whip and fucking, I think like Saint Senna and a few other people had like adjoining rooms up the hall, and everybody ended up back at our hotel, and they were going back and forth between our room and their room. And fucking, I had a fucking like a dab rig and fucking mad oil, so we were all getting fucking like smoked out and shit. And at some point, somebody shit in a stroller. And
it wasn't a baby.
It wasn't a baby. I don't even know if they ever really found out who that was yet. I know it was a mystery for
Pretty
a
sure
long
he
time.
was an adult and he knew where the bathroom was, but he did it.
So,
Bootleg, where were you that day?
It wasn't me.
A year later, is when I started to like really kind of like refamiliarize myself with who Axe was because it kept popping up more and more. And then Loki was doing the underground summoning tour, and this dude from Buffalo, Palmar, he hit me up. I think he hit me up or I hit him up, and he was like, "Hey man, you interested in booking this tour?" I was like, "All right, how much?" And he told me, and I was like, "All right, fuck it." So that was my I consider that like my real official introduction to Axe. So that was like this June of 2017, and fucking I think that was like it was before the Almighty came out, and it was like I think when Leaf kind of like first got introduced to the group, and they were starting with the dynamic with Lee and everything. Because I remember on the side of the venue, I was talking, well, more or less like just kind of like hanging out while they were talking. But I remember Bill and Joe talking about the Gmo diss against Violent J, and fucking we all just kind of like talked about that and shit. And I mean, again, I was drunk that night, but it was still a good time.
Did kinda, he kind of got him. The pull your resume.
Yeah, but then he fucking released that non-essential rapper fucking track, and I haven't respected him since.
Yeah, him and Jackson.
What's that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking once he put that shit out, I was just like, yo, dude, your G card just got pulled. You fucking cry ass.
I'm gonna say this, man. I've always been curious about two eras with AXC, and I mean, I know that they don't really want to talk about the transition from
Did you
Maniac.
just call them trans?
No, shut the fuck up. I'm talking,
I'm
motherfucker.
telling Bill at camp. You're done, bro.
Shut the fuck up, Bill. I didn't call you a trans. Not that I have a problem with trans people. People
Why
are
do you
people.
call him bitch shit Bill then?
I didn't call him
Anyway,
bitch.
continue.
I called Lee Carver what was it? Belt loop nipples or something like that because he was fucking
Booby boy Bill, you called him.
Belt loop Lee. Because you know what? When he gets his nipples pierced at camp because he didn't eat the cricket. Because remember he didn't eat that cricket.
Did he eat the tarantula? I wasn't there. I spaced. I
You didn't see Joe Tarantula. That was great, but I'm getting off my fucking topic.
You love Hot Topic? Me too.
I don't shop
See?
at Hot Topic.
You fucked everything up. No, there was a time that I would love to ask the fucking boys in private, and it would be.
You want to look at the boys' private?
I heard that. I heard
Damn
that.
it, John.
Oh, dude, you're getting
You're
crazy.
getting a little too personal
This
now.
ain't our
okay?
private messages, dude.
I would like to ask them about their transition into being the All Zulu and then transition into bringing Lee into it because it's all very interesting to me.
Well, I'm pretty sure they talked about it before that they've always wanted to make it a 3-man kind of group, and I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he even talked about they were at a concert where Knox was performing, and then Bill was like, "Come with us, we love you," and he was like, "Sure."
Because fucking Diabolic the Monster was a part of AXE for like a
So,
brief.
then there was a DJ too, right? There was like 4 people at one time. At one time, someone out there's got to know there was 4 of them. There was some DJ, and then
Are you sure that wasn't fucking low key in a mask?
No, I'm not sure of anything. Shut up.
I mean, already wears a mask.
Strictly for the Wicked. If you watch Strictly for the Wicked, there's 4 people on stage with Zool masks on.
No, there was a DJ and 3 rappers. I'm telling you.
4, 3.
Well,
we got Common Core New York masks. We know.
Well, there's a guy that used to scream. There's a guy that used to scream a lot. He was in a metal band from around the area in Portsmouth, I think.
Still on
You're talking about who's that? Fucking Grossman?
No. No. We don't talk about that guy. I'm talking about the guy that did the vocals for what was it? The Suffering and Psycho.
Yeah, I know like what you're talking about. I don't remember who that was. Because again, around that time, I don't know. Like I heard of Axe, and I don't know what happened. I guess because I was wasted, I didn't get a chance to give him a real chance, so I just kind of like didn't pay attention until a year later.
My problem when I didn't hear Axe, they came out when there was 9,000 wonderful Juggalo rappers. It's like you can't listen to them all.
Yeah,
back in the day, dude, there was like so many people.
So many fucking people out there. And you know how they outshined everybody else? It wasn't the masks. It was the hard work. And I'm gonna say this about Bill and fucking Joe and because Lee is a fucking genius too in his own right. In my opinion, Lee might be the fucking best rapper of the group. But here's the thing. I'm gonna say this right now. These guys studied the fucking horrorcore craft and there is nobody out there that is more perfect at storytelling like ICP was than these guys. Period.
Well, and they are juggalos just like we were. They listened to the same shit we did, and they're like, we want to make music like we listen to.
Yeah,
and
but
they
also they figured out the whole merch aspect of it, like
Right.
how ICP did it, and that's what really fucking got them. And
you mean like all this bullshit in the cases we got? Well, I know.
But I mean, that is a fucking mighty fine mask collection that you got there, though.
Thank you.
The top ones, man. I'm telling you, him, Jesse Reese, fucking who was it? Eric who?
And Jay Wexel.
That stuff's mine too.
But
okay, this collection was not as big 3 years ago when he and I got together.
But I would like to say that, Jesse is part of Second to Grant. So collectively, Second to Grant has more masks than everybody. Because Jesse is like 1/3 of Second to Grant. Shout out to St. Bernard. If it wasn't for Juggalos, ICP, I wouldn't have ever met half of my closest homies. Like, I've known him since 2007, way before Axe. And the way I met, or not met, but came into the Ala Zulu was from AMB, because they're like our personal homeboys. And then Bones Dub did a song with him on Necronama Kron, the first one.
Yeah.
So him and Jared, before his raspy fucking Guns N' Roses voice, I mean, dude, what happened to fucking Head PE?
Doing its thing though.
I don't know. I used to be a fan of Head PE too. Like, what the fuck?
It's not how we did shit in the 80s, faggot. Remember you like fucking bugged out on that Juggalo? It's how we did shit in the 80s, faggot.
Yeah. How everybody fucking clowned him for that Clue shit. Fucking.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, and you seen at the gathering they brought the fucking Clue cover band? Did you see that? They brought a Clue cover band just to fuck with it, dude.
Wow. That's
so awesome.
That's funny.
It is funny as fuck. That's how we did shit in the 80s, faggot. This new kid that I work with, he loves Head PE, and he's like 24. I'm like, how did you even hear of them, dude? Like, what in the fuck,
right?
But he even looked up all that shit, and he knew all my Juggalo. So every time we go somewhere, like, there'll be a mad, I'm talking about Brady,
Yeah.
So, like, he'll be like, the customer's mad, and he'll be like, it's not how we do shit in the 80s, faggot. It's like,
Good Lord. I like Head PE. I saw.
You like Head PE?
I saw the very first Strange Noise tour with fucking Tech Nine, Cottonmouth Kings, Blaze Your Dead Homie, and Head PE and the Soul.
I was at Family Values one, bitch, with Corn and Ice Cube, Mac 11. Go fuck yourself. You want to brag?
Yeah. I went to ICP New Year's Eve.
You want to pull your penis out, bitch?
What's up?
No.
Shit.
But yeah, no, you're right though. You're right, Blake. I'm sorry.
I mean, I dug their shit at the time. I thought that they were a great fit at the time for Suburban Noise, and now that Suburban Noise has expanded from the Cottonmouth King,
they're still on Suburban Noise, are they not?
I know that, but they left for a minute and came back, and now the knock.
Yeah. When they left, they went to like fucking Butthole Records. They're like, oh wait, no one will buy anything. I better go back here.
Yeah, but the Dropout Kings are like now they're like proteges because they're like on the same label, and I saw them at Fright Fest. Play before I do believe it was like the Horror played, and then AXE, and then I think it was like I think it was the Dropout Kings, and then fucking what's their names? Blaze and played probably with ABK. I think it was Drive-By. Yeah.
Drive-By.
And then after that, it was fucking the best fucking band.
Zodiac Imprint.
No, the best fucking band. I'm going to tell you, the best fucking band that played that was a metal band that night was Non-Point. They still put on a solid set after all these years, and I saw them at Ozfest back in 2000.
Yeah, seen it though. What about, do you see that fucking concert coming up with, like, everybody in Virginia?
Which one?
I don't, what, Bootleg, if I send you the picture, can you post it?
Yeah, but is it the one that Jay Weasel went to?
No, it's the one coming up, but it's got, like, everybody. It's got Corey Feldman, ICP, Non-Point, Corey Feldman. It has Corey Taylor too, but it has Corey Feldman's band.
Oh, I didn't know he had a band. Okay.
Yes. And his band, it has like everyone.
The only thing I know about him is Goonies. So
what is the name of the Five Finger Death Punch group before Mooney was in Five Finger Death Punch? That group's it's pretty much like every rock band in the entire world going in like 3 years.
There you go. Yeah, is ICP playing that again? I remember they played that last year.
But yeah, they're gonna have Non-Point. But Non-Point goes on. It starts on a Thursday, ends on a Sunday, and then Non-Point is playing the very last show, but it's called the pre-show. I'm like, well, how? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's
like we're gonna go on Sunday. It's the pre-show. Like the pre-show going home? What are we doing here?
Dude, Non-Point fucking rocked it out at fucking Fright Fest. That's all I got to say. I'm proud of Suburban Noise for trying to keep going and doing what they're doing, because I gotta say that the Cottonmouth King, I'm not gonna say Cottonmouth Kings because it ain't like that anymore. Cottonmouth King, you are delusional, sir, and you get your shit right. Because you're not just smoking weed anymore, you're delusional.
Yeah, he's snorting fucking battery acid, bro.
Something like that. He's doing that wasp spray meth. They're making meth out of wasp spray now. And it's making people crazy. That's what fucking D-Loke's doing.
Maybe. Yeah, I was a big time Cottonmouth Kings fan for I remember I first heard them from the fucking Scream 2 soundtrack, and fucking Scream 2 when the movie came out. I remember fucking rapping along to that shit, and I fucking loved Cottonmouth Kings for a long time. And it was unfortunate with all the bullshit that went down, and I stopped paying attention when things really fell apart for them. So when ICP did the Cottonmouth Kings investigative fucking whatever on their Patreon or whatever the fuck it was that they did it, it was actually nice to kind of get a little bit of closure with everything that happened to that, because I didn't know that fucking Daddy X went behind everybody's back and sold all the fucking music to another record label. That shit was fucked up.
Yeah, Daddy X turned out to be a real piece of shit.
Yeah, and I mean,
and he was fucking Kevin Zinger's wife or some shit.
That's fucked up. And I mean, honestly, I feel like the most bad for fucking DJ Bobby B, because he got fucking shafted, and he made a really good point about how all his friends and shit were asking him yo, how do you tour 200 days out of the year and you can barely afford to live? How do you not have a house? How do you not have this? How do you not have that? And it's that's a really good fucking point. So
and here's the thing. They didn't have to tour with Bobby B. They could have played their beats. On the fucking, this is back when people didn't have to have DJs anymore. They chose to keep their DJ, and Pakalika just stood up there and danced. and they had a live drummer, and they didn't have to have a live drummer, and they had this all set up, and everybody was apparently everybody didn't get treated equal in the group, and it's sad to see because like you were just talking about,
Yeah.
So did you guys ever see when ICP did like the whole sit down trying to get KMK to reunite?
That's what we were just talking about.
But how the fuck do they do that?
I don't
have this
think
whole conversation and then just like not address like what about Dark Lotus, you fucks? Because Violent J literally said there's no reason they can't set their differences aside.
Yeah, and I still want to check out that Mars interview that fucking Joe Christie did. I haven't had a chance to check that out yet.
I briefly looked into
the way everybody's talking about it. Fucking Mars, gave pretty in depth on his side of what happened. So I don't know.
I watched the entire thing. I was very curious and watched the entire thing. I want to know what the fuck he thought because I didn't know what the fuck happened to Dark Lotus and how that all happened. All I figured was, ABK was more popular. He was their homies, and they figured bring him in because it's more popular to what the Juggalos want. So,
well, you do realize when that all went down, before ABK came in, they announced that it was going to be DJ Paul. DJ Paul was supposed to fill in all the lyrics, not ABK.
Oh, really?
Then
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
They even did like a whole.
Was this right before Misery got kicked out of Psychopathic? Because I figured Misery was going to be
Misery got kicked out like 4 times. and only was it right? He was. You know why Misery was there, right, Bootleg?
I don't know why he was there, but I heard a couple times why he got kicked out.
Well, Misery is that girl who Otis had a baby with. That's Jumpsteady's daughter. That's his uncle. Her uncle.
Yeah, fucking Rob is married to Misery's sister, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And that's how they met.
Yeah, I know that. Which why I always thought it was funny that they had fucking Misery at the end of Shockumentary trying to pitch his shot.
Bro, all cracked the fuck out, right?
When there's a fucking Misery poster right next to him, like what?
Bro, he was so fucking cracked out. We had a crackhead in our town named Lon, Lon. Lon. We were like, that's fucking Lon, bro. That's him. Like he went to the fucking concert. So cracked out. I seen him at the Gathering in 2004 with a huge, giant fucking bag of fucking lemon heads. He was trying to sell them, dude. Like, yeah, $1, I'll give you a handful. Like a handful of candy for $1, dude. Like, you're cracked the fuck out.
Wow.
And then at one of the gatherings, he tried
I'm bringing candy to camp, and I'm selling handfuls by the dollar.
Yeah, dirty fucking clammy, sweaty handful of fucking lemon heads. There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
But you know how juggalos are. They were fucking lining it up.
I'm sure they were.
Some dumbass like me that collects everything probably has a bag full of Misery. Lightly molded. I'll sell you one. You want to trade? You're right, Sebastian. Lemonheads are underrated, but not outdated, sweaty fucking Misery.
Might not even be Lemonheads. It might be Crack Rocks.
Right, exactly.
You might have actually really paid out because $1 for a handful.
Yeah, you gotta wonder where he knew how to hustle like he did. Like, I was trying to give you fucking 7 boulders for $1 and you're fucking turning it down? Fuck you. You ain't from New York.
Right?
Me and you could have been balling back in the fucking 2004, bro. You could have got a fucking kilo of crack for $6 and you turned it down.
Yeah.
You
bought a whole bag for fucking $20.
Look at Bootleg. He's over here twitching. Oh my god.
Oh, you're hitting my nerve. You're hitting my nerve, sir. You're hitting my nerve. Let's talk about this before we get out of here.
You have a crack-otic nerve instead of sciatic nerve.
So, Stocks Boogie says that he tried to hit up the boys to try and be on the main lineup, but instead he did get a shoe-in on this motherfucking Day Zero show that is free.
Whoa. What do you mean instead? That's where all the flavors. You're going to get all the farmers. You're going to get all the fucking local folks.
Hey, you shut up. We got right here a free fucking show. You can drive all the way
8,000 deep, guaranteed.
You can drive all the way to camp and see this motherfucking show on Day Zero, the day before they open on camp. That day and that night. Come in and watch this motherfucker because you're going to see some great shit and you know you're going to have a good time. All the Zooligans will be hanging out. We'll be hanging out.
Fuck yeah.
The boys will probably be hanging out. The Fun Time guys will probably be hanging out. That's purely speculation, rumor, and innuendo. But Forever Face Alley will be represented. Stocks Boogie is playing fucking mid-center in the fucking center of this bitch. He's like the fucking center of the Oreo in this motherfucker. So you got to come check him out. Are you going to be performing in the mask, sir?
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see what happens.
I think the mask looks very cool on you. It's very creepy.
Unfortunately, there's no like mouth hole on that, so I don't know how well people will be able to hear me.
Shout out to Freak, Real Freak. I play fucking Fortnite with that guy, along with the Michigan Misfits. We got the Baby Tooth Killers that are going to be headlining, co-headlining or whatever with the Dope Sick Picnic, ran by the Undergroundaholics, who are our homies. Shout out to the Undergroundaholics, Noise and Aaron. They're doing a great job at their show. We wanted to say that Ink Nasty took care of everybody at our campsite and cooked for everybody. He made fucking burgers out the ass. He made pancakes out the ass.
I was saying we had a good breakfast.
I'm saying that man is a fucking saint. If you want to fucking come hang out.
When Fams and Hooligan got into a wreck, they took their own personal time and went and saved them.
I'm saying, dude.
Remember, let's not forget.
At the very first super famous super show, he showed me his ass.
Oh, see, and that's even better, dude. That's even better. That shows a lot of trust right there and a lot of love.
How do you get a donkey there? Hey, take that picture out so we can see our guests, you fuckhead.
There's a picture out there.
I'm going to finish up here. I'm just going to say Ink Nasty is a fucking great dude. Come hang out. Come meet him. Watch that motherfucker perform because I'm going to say he did a great job at camp. What was it? Last year, I think we saw him, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we got the Michigan Misfits, of course. The Michigan Misfits playing 2 nights in a row. We love you guys, the Michigan Misfits. They say they're doing some old school shit, some different shit. So come hang out. You get a free show headlined by somebody that's playing in camp, and you get to see these other guys that are just as good as all the people that are going to be at camp. So you're going to have your minds blown and your faces melted, and you're going to be set on fire thanks to the fucking atmosphere at Day Zero at Camp Zool.
And there's going to be food. There's going to be drinks. All types
I hear there's going to be fucking people grilling. They will have bathrooms available inside the camp. Supposedly you're able to walk in facilities.
The Porta Dustins will be available.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. No, they were Porta Gublos. They're Porta Gublos.
Just be careful. There was some asshole dropping fake money last year.
Fake money?
It all spends the same at the right store.
Exactly.
Hey. It might be autographed by your favorite artist.
Might be. I can't.
Gamble it all, folks. Dive in head first, bobbing for fake money.
So yeah, fucking
Unwashed fake money, so you don't know how many people have touched it.
Well, obviously,
Yeah.
if it's in the toilet, it's not fucking washed. It's very clean toilet water. Fucking money. Get it. Very gently. Peel it off the top.
And when you come up with $1, the neck piss will greet you with some piss on your neck.
There you go. See, it all is fucking hand in hand. One hand washes the other, both hands wash
He
the
will
face.
piss off the germs.
Piss
I
off.
told him to piss on
clean.
towel.
Extremely sterile.
Stocks Boogie, I told Neck Pisser to piss on towel and then throw them over people's necks and be like, pissed on your neck.
That's actually that sounds like a really good time. I mean, it'd probably help cool them off.
Refreshing and irritating. Both. You're going to be really refreshed and mad at the same time. Like, feels really good, but this fucking sucks.
You stink, man. What? How many?
Confused and content.
Smelling like asparagus.
Body Rot's in the house. Shout out to the Michigan Misfits. What up, Body Rot?
Body Rot.
Bring the pizza from the little. Yeah, we don't want no pizza from your pizzeria, sir.
I mean, we'll still eat it. You send it.
Yeah, you send it with
shit.
You know. You want my address? Just let me know. I'll send you that Addy. Anyway, you got. Where can people find your music so they can get prepped for camp and get ready so they know what they're getting?
Will there be a Stalks Boogie merch booth?
Yes, I was wondering that myself.
There will be. There will be.
Yeah.
I still got the Rap Bastard shirt that I got. I don't know if anybody's seen those. It's actually a design done by 8 Legs. I just put in a shirt order at the beginning of the month. A design that I got off of Doc Gruesome, my Slenderman / Stalks Boogie design. It's actually the first time I've ever done like a front and back type of shirt. And then I have copies of my new album. I got hard copies of it, so everybody be able to come up and pick them up. I'm not selling them until camp. All this shit is going to be readily available there. And the new album is going to drop on June 1st. So all the people who are road tripping to fucking camp and shit, you can spin that shit while you're on your way out there. And, yeah.
New
You can fucking find me on Spotify, Apple Music, fucking all that fancy shit. Just look up Stalks Boogie. You'll see my pretty face.
I found them on YouTube. Look up that shit on YouTube. I'll have some songs on YouTube too.
Yeah, and you could go to look up Confused Products Media on YouTube, and that's where you'll find a majority of my music videos. A lot of the music videos are still like from my group and stuff, but I have like a couple of solo videos up there too. I shot and edited all the videos that are up there. Yeah. So,
dude, shout out to Doc Gruesome, who will be at night 1.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. So
I'm excited to meet this guy. We've had him on like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And he his music is fucking epic. His look is great. He is a great dude.
Yeah,
I can't wait to meet him.
He did a t-shirt design for the holiday charity that I do every year. He did a shirt design to Mrs. Claus. She was pretty dope. So I was actually, glad to fucking be able to work with him again. And I'm actually working on possibly hitting him up and getting a feature with him. So, we'll see what happens. Because I'm already.
You heard it here, man. You guys come out to day 0. he will have some merch set up. He will have his new CD available, hard copies. So the 4 of you guys that are still left on here, you guys will know this. I can make a fucking clip of this later and put it up so people can see that you are going to be having stuff available. We'll let it be known, dude. We're going to help out as much as we can. We'll even hang out at your fucking booth and argue if you want.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll come ruin your booth. You won't sell anything. That'd be
You
great.
guys can fucking introduce me so everybody doesn't watch my set.
We'll scare off anyone. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll introduce you, and then we'll be the only two in the crowd watching.
There
We'll
you go.
instantly jump down.
Every once in a while, rotate coming up and being my hype man on stage, you know?
Hey,
We'll take turns. I'll run up and yell for him. He'll yell for me.
Fake leg. Where can you get those fancy gloves you're wearing?
Your house.
The other one really is.
Bottom drawer. Yeah.
It really
The
is.
other one.
Bag, bitch. Yeah, you can get them at Bad Touch Supply. What? If you use Whipstick, 10% off. What?
What? 10% off? No fucking way.
You will get an insulting message. Holy shit.
I got a couple of parents.
No
When
glove,
you
no
got
glove,
yours,
motherfucker.
did they insult you with a little, like, postcard, too?
Yeah, I wish I knew where they were, but they definitely, they always send them, man. That shit's funny as hell.
I'm going to say this
Honestly,
right now.
when I got my first pair, I was like, what is this? Whipstick works for these motherfuckers? You know, they were like, oh, you got gloves to match your casino rug where you waste all your children's like college funds or something. Like, I was like, yeah, it's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. You know, you love spending money to get insulted. That's good.
Yeah. That's funny.
So next week, we will have the Michigan Misfits, who are going to be headlining Day Zero along with Scotty Vance, who is part of the Forever Face Alley crew as well. And I know everybody
He's not the fucking president. He's not even the vice president.
I'm going to say everybody loves Scotty Vance. I mean, he may not, he says he's a moderator. Dude, this guy.
He doesn't moderate nothing. He's got.
I'm going to say it right now. This guy could be voted Zooligan of the Year every year and probably win it. I'm just being honest.
And this guy couldn't. Wait.
Oh!
This guy couldn't.
I'm being honest. Like, I ain't trying to toot his horn too hard, but this guy has a great love for this scene, and it'll be great to talk with him, with the Michigan Misfits, about Day Zero. Any fine details we can learn, we'll find out next week. We've been on for an hour and a half. It's been fun having you on, man. You're going to come back and hang out with us again, I hope, real soon.
Fuck yeah. Hopefully by the time I see you next time, I can announce a lot of things that I got going on. Just unfortunately, I just can't really announce them right now because they're all in the works.
But that's okay because you know what? You showed up and we got to talk about all this shit. And like I said, here's the flyer again.
Yep.
Day
We got the
Zero.
Yep.
Free
we
show.
got the first ever STALKS Boogie interview.
Is that true?
I mean, for us, and anyway.
Our first ever.
You know what I'm saying? Is like nobody else in our group has reached out to him before this time. So like, yeah, we got the first ever.
We got the pre-show STALKS Boogie interview, unless he does it before camp.
Mm-hmm.
You better get in there. Yeah, we can go if you outdo us.
This is a free show. Free show. Free fucking show if you're out in fucking Ohio. You love the underground. You want support, but you can't come to camp. But because of money issues, but you can drive out. Come fucking support the underground by showing up to this fucker and buying a little bit of merch. You know, hang out. Get some pictures.
Buy a lot of bit of merch. It won't hurt my
Spend your
feelings.
motherfucking tax money on that shit.
I'm saying, man. Yeah,
Hey, go into debt next year and spend next year's money.
Yeah. Get a credit card today.
Yeah, your
Max
credit
that
card,
bitch out.
your missed credit card payments do not reflect on us. So go ahead.
Yeah.
a little
Might
inside
be
info.
true.
A little inside info about camp and day 0. Me, if you run into Zulabotomy or myself and you see us filming and you actually want to be involved, we are trying to get ourselves together some footage that we can all splice together for something that we can throw together to put on our YouTube channel about our experiences at camp. So
If my face is not in every single frame, I'm suing.
That's right.
Just saying.
Right. It's either all or nothing. Like,
there would be more of a chance for the Zuligans to get on camera and say, "Hi, Mom," or whatever the fuck you want to do.
My mom hates you.
Just as opposed to just the artist saying what they want to say. But we will try to fuck with them too.
You don't want to know what my mom wants to say about you.
Yo, didn't you guys do the video shit last year at camp? Where's the video for that?
Bootleg fucked it up. He got lawyers involved. He's being all weird.
Oh, Bill got me in the corner and said,
"Right." Then you're like, "Here's Johnny Cochran." It was like Danny Cochran, his son. Blah blah blah.
You know damn well that he cornered me in Phil Brick's fucking shop, and he said, "Stop filming me." I've got proof of it. I can post it.
I got the ringy rings going on in this ear. Somebody's talking about me.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and guys, you guys cool with us ending this now?
No, I want 3 more hours, bitch.
Real quick, for like the 3 people that are still watching, there's like a week left, I think. We got until the 26th for that intergalactic coalition of mom haters for the mask. So.
Oh yeah, I gotta get mine ready. I know what I'm doing. It's gonna be fucking.
Nobody's
gonna top this.
Well, show me fancy little.
Ready?
Ass.
I'll give you a little preview, okay?
Ooh,
oh,
you fancy fucks.
I'm making the fake legs mask, yo.
Remember though, they said fanciness does not make it. It's got to be.
They said it has to be wearable, and at this point, like,
right. So
hey,
you can put a trash bag. Hey,
oh no!
I just want to put a safety disclaimer.
I'm not even gonna.
A safety disclaimer: do not use a store bag with no holes.
Yes, please do not do that.
Unless you want. I mean,
I'm an idiot.
I don't want to watch this.
Throw the dice and see what happens.
Right.
They call that natural selection. Remove the warning label.
What was my name being changed to? Fake legs?
Loser.
Poop leg? Was it poop leg?
No, yes, it was. Yes, it's no. It's neck pisser. Yes, poop.
Poop leg shit.
Yes, poop leg shit pants.
Poop leg shit pants.
See, we got neck pisser. He's a piss. We got bootleg. He's a shit. And I guess I'm the fucking toilet because I'm John. But if you fucking piss on him.
And Body Rot's got the poop hand.
Sure.
Who's got the
Hey, I got the poop knife.
There you go. There it is.
Ew.
I really do need to finish that because I got a gift for the
janitor, I guess. She's cleaning up the mess.
No, like that moldable Play-Doh, like air clay shit, and like wrapped it around a knife and put some corns in it and some like sunflower seeds. I gotta finish that up for to give to the guys. I made them, like,
she rubbed it in legit. She rubbed it in cat shit, so it's.
It was John shit.
It will infect. Yeah, right. It will infect you either way.
Complete with C. diff.
Hepatitis.
All the good stuff, you know.
Now you know why we don't fly. You can't put that on a carry-on.
All right, I'm told I've got to get off of here. So
by who? The CDC. loser.
I gotta go.
No, you say bye. Wave. You be polite. Don't you do that.
You guys make sure you make it to day 0. See Stalks Boogie.
Or
Support,
what? You gonna hang up on us there too, bitch?
and remember to blame Eddie.
Blame Eddie. Second to Grant. We love y'all. Peace.
No.
Thank you.